ask yourself, how have I changed? I really believe this. You need your list. This world is rapidly changing around us. Somebody gave the great example, Photoshop, or the equivalent of that. I believe all of us need a list. If I just shared with you one personal example on how did I change. For those of you who have teenagers or kids, has anybody ever had a kid slam a door in your house? Yeah, some hands go up. I want you to know my daughter decided to give me feedback. I asked her to do something simple. Go clean your room. Of which she went up the stairs going, walked down the hallway, took her door and went, bam! And it rattled the windows in my house. You want to get a reaction out of me? Rattle the windows in my house. I ran up the stairs. I jerked the door open and I said this, young lady, as long as you live in this house, don't you ever slam the door. And I was so worked up that my hand got stuck on the handle as I left, and I slammed the door. And as I'm coming down the stairs, pretty worked up, my wife Kathleen looked at me and said, has it ever occurred to you that you might not have the full skill set to parent a teenage girl? Thank you, honey. I needed to hear that. About 3 weeks later, Kathleen had put a flyer in my bill basket from the Poway Unified School District on how to parent a teenager without killing them, or something to the equivalent. I went to class on Monday nights from 6:30 to 9:30 with 15 other parents. On the first night, you actually had to tell what drove you to the class. This wonderful mother sitting next to me said, I told my daughter, no body piercing. She came home, she had stud here, stud here, stud here, stud here, stud here. She said, my husband thought she'd made out with a Makita nail gun. I sat there, that's not mine. Mine just slammed the door. And the teacher in front of 15 parents goes, and how did you respond? I ran upstairs, jerked open the door, screamed at her, and then slammed it myself. And in front of 16 other parents, she said, you know, that is exactly the response your teenage daughter wanted. In a way, you've fulfilled her goal. Thank you also for that feedback. I graduated from this class. I had to wait 7 weeks postgraduate for the next door slamming. I was even saying stuff, trying to trigger it. And I finally got her on a Saturday morning. She wanted to go to North County Fair with some girlfriends. I said, you're not going. She said, what do you mean I'm not going? She said, I did all my work, I'm getting good grades. I said, not going. She said, why? I said, you made a commitment to me yesterday, Friday, you were going to clean your room so that I could see every square inch of the floor. I cannot do it. You don't go. Turns around, whatever. Takes the door. Bam! Blah, 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 blah. This time, I so calmly walked out to my garage. I got my very favorite Craftsman screwdriver and my very favorite Craftsman hammer. And this time, I calmly walked up to the stairs. It must have taken me 5 to 7 minutes to get there. I was even thinking to myself, this is how Clint would handle it. I walked down the hallway, I knocked to be polite, opened the door, waved, turned around, went, and I took the door. And I'm walking down the hallway, her eyes are this big, she says, what are you doing? I said, it is obvious that you demonstrated to everyone in our entire household that you've not fully demonstrated the full skill set to opening doors, close an ordinary bedroom door. And until you do master the full skill set, I'm keeping your door in the garage. And the only thing I'm praying for right now is you don't do this when you use the bathroom. Do you know what the #1 implicit need of a teenage girl is? There's nothing close on the Richter scale. 6 weeks of begging. 6 weeks of doing chores that weren't even hers. Now, I also got to tell you, at least once a year, I get an email from some kid who says, thanks to you, my dad took my door. I always email him back, thanks for sharing.